Hello, fellow traders. 'Tis I, TheRumpledOne, coming to you Monday, August 31st, the year 2020. Let's talk trading. It's time for the monthly wrap up. These videos are for educational purposes only. Your results may differ from mine. Trading is extremely risky. You can lose all of your money. If you need trading, investment, or financial advice, seek the advice of an accredited financial professional. So, the pound has definitely been very lively today. Now we take a look here, we can see all but one, two gaps have filled. The pound put in a new high and it's now pulled 26 pips off of that high for the week so far. And for the month, it's also put in a monthly high and it's pulled the same weekly high as the monthly high. Taking a look here, you can see this was the first day of the year. It popped out of there Friday. And today, Monday, you see we dropped down, never got close, and then turned around and went back up and just pulled back down. You can see here, we put in that yearly high of 133.95. We're 127 pips above the yearly open. And if I pull this chart back here, you can see the first day of the year, pretty much what happened. Right there, there was the open, and it went down. It's finally now come back above. Once again, not much inside bar action here on the daily. The range, with all that movement, we still have only moved 94 pips today. And we've got a handful plus one pairs over 100 pips for the day. You can see here we never hit the pivot point for the day. So if you were a pivot trader, these trades here didn't count. This was the first opportunity here. Maybe you stopped out, or maybe you had your stop above the buy zone and you had an opportunity to take profit. The rats are feasting. You can see here the weekly upper and lower rat zones are the same as the daily because this is the first day of the week, but also monthly upper rat zone. And you can see right here, the red rats are starting to feast. Very interesting day. You went pretty much coast to coast. If you consider here, it hit that high, came down the low, came back to that high and exceeded it. So a pretty nice coast to coast run there. Once again, we didn't take out the daily pivot or the weekly pivot. But we got to the monthly R1 and pretty close to the daily R1 for you pivot traders. Once again, those of you trade the pivots, when price opens, you want to trade toward the pivot and away from the open. That's how you do a pivot fade. And sometimes you can use pivots as targets, and you can also use pivots as reversal areas. So once it gets to the pivot, you can trade that from a reversal. Okay. Oh, battery running low. Better turn on power there. And we've got this on H1. It needs to be on D1. Okay, so for the daily missed pivots, you can see we missed today, but that's the only pivot that's been missed so far in the month of August. All the other pivots have been taken out either on the day or sometime later during the month. But in July, last month, we actually had 4 missed pivots. Some pretty big misses too. Meaning, this is how many pips away. But you can see here, there's a 35. And then back in March, there was a 78. That was the miss. But like you can see here today, you could fade it. It might not hit it, but there was still opportunity to take profit. And in and out of that wick zone, you can see here price coming back down. Big bar last hour, huge. You can see that last hour bar was 78 pips, and the range right now is 94. And on the simple price action chart, candle color at the line, there's really not too much else to say about that. It's just such a simple trade. Now, those of you who may have watched that, what was it, that trading replay, where on the hour chart, I just pretty much stunk up the place because I wasn't used to, I don't really trade off the hour, but I'm not making excuses. It's just the way he had it. It was that, I'd have to put the, show the entry and the risk and the reward and worry about all those ratios. It's not the way I trade. And it's, basically I trade tick by tick. And somebody said, you're just gambling. And I got to thinking about it as opposed to, trying to argue with them or, start some big debate or, that would just result in a bunch of name calling. I got to thinking, I said, in a way, he's right. Because what do? I say, statistics say if price opens between these two lines in an hourly chart, price isn't going to stay there. You can see here, it popped up above and then it went down below. So what would happen? If I triggered in that trade right there, had a high of 92. That's 2 pips. I could have taken those 2 pips, then turned right around, and right now it'd be up over 10 pips. But that's not the way that their trading competition or whatever you want to call it is set up. Their replay. So from their standpoint, yeah, I'm taking bets based on statistics. It's a statistical bet. But the thing is, it's not where, in their case, it's like you place your bet and then you say where your stop is. It's not like I can move it during the candle. That's 60 minutes. How many ticks is that? It's like depending on where price is and the stop moves up in the candle. So for example, if price were to say go right to here, I could have moved my stop up to break even plus 5, or maybe put a 10 or 5 pip trailer on it, moved it up to maybe, moved the stop down to 81 here. There's so many ways to trade it. And that's, somebody could say, well, see, that's the trading part. I mean, sure, once you put your entry, you can consider that as placing your bet. But then what you do after you place your bet, that's the trading part. That's all the money management, risk management. You determine your risk ahead of time, where you're going to stop out. And depending on what price does, then you get to adjust that stop point. Or maybe you just take profit, or maybe you move your stop so you protect your profit. But, that's the essence of trading. And, a lot of traders out there are hesitant to place the trade. Maybe they've gotten burned before, they don't feel confident. And you see, that's where statistics come in, at least for me. I look at these statistics, I know what the frequency distributions are, and I can pretty much use my eyes and see if price opens between two lines, it's not staying between those two lines on the British pound. I mean, this is, from here, this is the day. And in every case, there was an opportunity, like right here, not just a small one, here, here, here. There's a small one there, small one there. There's opportunities to take profit. Some are bigger than others. Some are really nice. But the thing is, I don't know ahead of time. And so many traders out there seem to be looking for something that's quote unquote a sure thing. Well, this is about as close to a sure thing that I've found. Maybe somebody else has found something even better. If you have, let me know. But from a pure, simple price action, trading with candle color at the line, I mean, this works pretty well. I mean, you give it some wiggle room, and then you decide, you let the candle color show you which way to trade. It's not that difficult. What makes it difficult is the way you think about the trade. But putting the trade on, simple, click the mouse. I mean, in this style of trading, most of the decisions are made for you. It's going to tell you which way to trade. It's going to tell you where you should be, stopping out if it goes against you. So there's really nothing to hold you back but you. And when you really think about it, there's nothing to hold you back but you from placing that trade. Some people, they want to talk about market structure and all those other things. More power to them. And you say, well, you need to have a 200 MA or a 20 MA or whatever on the chart. It's like, no, I don't. Maybe you do, but I don't. But, that gets into styles of trading and methods. But no matter what style you have, no matter what method you use, once you put the trade on, it's all out the window. I know I've said it before, but just like trading, trading should be repetitive. So I'm going to repeat myself. Once you put that trade on, the reason you entered the trade goes out the window. Now, all you have to do is manage the risk and manage the money. It's going against you. You need to cut your loss before it gets too big. If it's going your way, you need to make sure you take some of that profit before the market takes it back. And the market will take it back. Trust me, the market will take it back. So, fellow traders, that's the monthly wrap up. I hope you had a profitable month. I hope you have a profitable week. And remember, if you have any questions, you can put them down in the comments in the video. I try to answer them. And as you're trading, just keep in mind, it's not what you trade, it's how you trade it. So go out there and drain the banks. And if you haven't subscribed, click subscribe, click the like, and click the bell to be notified. The Rumpled One, over and